It's Monday, it's Yoga Fusion with Judith. I'm Judith, welcome, glad you are here. As I mentioned before, all you need is your body and a chair for this class. The chair that I've been using is a standard metal folding chair. It's got a nice wide base for the legs. Definitely no wheels on your chair. We don't want you rolling into the other room. and preferably no arms. So just work with what you've got. And as I always like to say at the beginning, if whatever is being offered does not work for your body, you can modify. I modify on this side. I have a shoulder issue on this side. You could do something else, like another posture that you enjoy in the chair, or you could skip it altogether. So you are in charge. You know what it feels like in your body, so I'll offer modifications as we go as best I can. Let's start standing, and we'll take the feet about shoulder width apart, and just think about shifting the weight gradually from side to side. We're going to start swinging the arms like empty coat sleeves. And as you twist and turn, you're looking over the shoulder to the wall behind you. So here you might want to do a heel of hand or a soft fist just under the collarbone. We're tapping on the lung point. That's in reflexology, Chinese medicine as well. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep twisting and turning. And now you're going to pat yourself on the shoulder, congratulating yourself for being here, as you should. And now we're tapping on the back part of the lung point. We'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and keep twisting and turning. And now we're going to tap on the front of the torso. The back hand is going to tap up higher by the kidneys. And you still are going to be twisting and turning, looking over the shoulder to the wall behind you. We're giving a squeeze to the spine, all the vertebra, all the spongy discs between the vertebra. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly unwinding, very gently. Don't just abruptly stop. That's a good way to get dizzy. So we're going to slowly unwind. Very nice. Let's take our hands to the hip crease area or the waist, whatever works the best for you. You can adjust the width of the feet as we start with these hip circles. So make sure you have a nice stable base with the legs. They're wide enough apart to support you. Inhale forward. Exhale, squeeze navel to spine as you round in the back. Breathing. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming back to center. Let's just take one breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Let's circle the hips in the opposite direction. So remember, it's inhaling forward, exhaling, squeezing that navel to the spine as best you can as you round in the back. Big full breaths. And noticing, does this direction feel the same as the other direction? You're basically just taking an inventory of what's going on in your body this morning. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then corkscrewing back to center. Let's move up to shoulders, rolling them forward, up, back, and down. Open the chest as best you can. There's a real tendency for all of us to be slumping as we slump over computers and steering wheels, etc. So think about opening the chest. Think about creating that perfect posture for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's circle in the opposite direction. Noticing, does that feel the same? Sometimes it's a little different as you go in the opposite direction for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Shake everything out. Arms and hands. Let's do legs and feet while we're here. Nice. Now, if you want to be near your chair, that's fine for support, for balance. If you have an available wall, maybe you could use the wall or a piece of furniture, a large piece of furniture that's not going to move when you push a little bit of weight on it, all right? So from here, I'm just going to be near the chair for balance. And if you'll just focus your attention, the feet are flat, the feet are directly under the hips. Focus your attention on the arch in the middle of the foot. And without lifting the feet, think about just shifting the weight forward, come back to that center arch, and then shifting the weight back to the heels. The feet stay flat. We're just moving incrementally here, small movement, getting that balance feel going in the feet and the legs. And once that starts feeling comfortable, you might want to start a rocking motion by lifting the toes as you rock back, lifting the heels as you rock forward. So you're getting the feet and the legs involved here, rocking forward and back. And then you might want to add arms. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So getting into that rhythm, into how that feels in the legs and the feet. We'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let the arms get still and keep the feet going just for a bit here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Really nice. And then slowly come down to stillness, coming to stillness slowly. I'm going to be near the chair so I can just put my fingertips on the back of the chair. Let's lift the right heel and then press it down. Shift the weight to the right, lift the left heel, then press it down. So you're going to lift the heels side to side. And as you lift each heel, think about spreading the toes wide, getting some blood flow into those tiny digits down there on your feet. We'll do 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe you want to stay right here at this pace, but maybe you want to double time the feet. So you're bicycle pedaling the heels. Just imagine you're pumping up that hill on your bicycle. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe you want to stay here bicycle pedaling, but maybe you want to segue into a baby march here. Opposite arm, opposite legs, lifting, going forward. Big full breaths for 4, 3, 2, keep marching on 1 for 4, 3, 2, keep marching. And here we're going to go out with the legs and in with the legs. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, very nice. Coming back to center and slowly bring the legs to stillness. Don't just abruptly stop. Now here again, you might want to be near your chair or a wall or a piece of furniture. You're going to lift the right ankle and just start circling that ankle joint. So you're standing tall on that supporting left leg. And noticing any pops or crunches, any tightness, dark spaces in that ankle joint, and breathe into it. Nice and easy. Let's go in the other direction, circling that right ankle joint. Standing tall on the supporting left leg. Just a few more like this here. And then slowly bringing that heel down to stillness. You're going to shift the weight over to the right leg. Lift the left heel. Now it's the left ankle circling. How does this ankle compare to the other ankle? And here again, there's no self-judgment here. You're just noticing what the body is willing to accomplish. Let's circle the other direction. And there's no competition either, including with yourself. So here we go, circling for a few more rounds. And then slowly we're going to bring that heel down to the mat and shake out the feet and the legs. Very nice. I'm going to take my chair right in front of me here. I'm facing the long end of my mat if you're using a mat. And the legs are going to go wide here. We're basically using the chair for support. You may not need the chair for support. You might want to put your hands on the hip crease. So now the legs are wide, 30 to 45 degrees. Knees track over toes. Inhale, big bend, squatting. Exhale, straighten the legs. Inhale, big bend. Exhale, straighten the legs. Let's do 8, or as many as you can manage. 7, 6, remembering to breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's stay down on 1. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really nice. Let's straighten the legs slowly. And then heel toe the feet together or step the feet together. Either way is fine. Now I'm going to take the chair. You can see better here. And you're going to take the back of the chair for your balance support. To start, the feet are directly under the hips, toes point forward. This will be a passive stretch, and I won't mirror you for this. So left foot comes back far enough so that you can still put the heel down on the floor or the mat. And then we're going to tilt forward with the torso maybe 20 degrees. So this is a passive stretch for those left hamstrings. Try not to let the head dangle here. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming straight up. Now the torso is going to be like a piston up and down. You're not going to lurch forward. Lifting the back left heel. Inhale, lift the back heel. Exhale, press it down. Lifting and pressing for 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to neutral. Relift the back left heel. The torso is going to stay upright. Both knees bend now. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten for 4, 3, 2. Stay down on 1. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We straighten. Very nice. And then bring the left foot forward. Shake everything out. Both sides. Now the feet are under the hips, but also know that you can take the feet a little wider if you feel you need more support. So the legs need to be wide enough to feel supported. Right foot comes back. The heel is pressing into the earth or the mat. And we'll take the torso maybe 20 degrees forward. This is a passive stretch for those right hamstrings. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back upright. Torso will stay upright. Now lifting the back, right heel. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Relift the back right heel. Now both legs are going to bend. The torso will stay upright. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. For 4, 3, 2. Stay down on 1. Little pumps. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We straighten. Right foot meets the left. Shake everything out. Let's flip the chair around now. Now we're facing the chair seat. So for this, let's just come close to the chair seat. And then you're going to place your hands on the outside or wherever it's available for you to do that. And the head is not going to be dangling, all right? So you're making a right angle with your body. Again, I won't mirror you for this. Shift the weight into the right leg. Left bent knee goes into the nose. Inhale, bend. Exhale, donkey kicks right behind you. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Refloat, extend the leg, point the toe, touch down, lift it up, touch and lift for 4, 3, 2, 1. Refloat it. Rebend left knee into nose. Float the left knee out to the side on the left. Circle with the bent knee for 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Really nice. Re-extend that left leg. Now the left foot touches down right. Lift it up. Left foot touches down left. For 8, 7, or as many as you can manage. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Left foot meets the right. Let's micro bend the knees, left and right. Let's come up to standing between sides. Whew. I'm going to flip the chair so you can see nicely. And you may notice that that standing leg and butt cheek was doing as much work as the moving leg. So where you're actually moving both of those legs. And now we come back to our right angle here. Don't let the head dangle. You're going to shift the weight into the left leg, right bent knee into nose. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend, exhale, straighten. For 4, 3, 2, 1, maybe 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Re-straighten, float it, point the toe, the whole leg touches down, and then you lift. Touch and lift for 4, 3, 2, 1. Refloat it, rebend the right knee, bring it in, then take it out to the right side, and you're going to circle that bent knee on the right for 4, 3, 2, 1. Underway. 4, 3, 2, 1. Very nice. Refloat it. Point the toe. Right foot touches down left. Lift the whole leg. Right foot touches down right. For 8, or as many as you can manage. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Right foot meets the left. Micro bend the knees, left and right here. The feet stay flat. We're just stretching out the legs, the buttocks, the low back. And then you might want to just rise up and roll the shoulders open a bit. Just remember to open the chest area. And now let's come ahead and sit in the chair. I'm going to sit mine back so you can see my feet. And then if you want to have yoga props available, if you have them, that's fine. And if you don't panic, all right? All is well. And if you happen to have hand weights, light ones, 1 or 2 pounds, that's a nice thing to have too. I have blocks, strap, and hand weights here. But if you don't have any of those things, skip that, all right? So planting the bum mindfully on the chair seat, thinking about pulling flesh away from sits bones. And then maybe you want to just sit closer to the front of the chair seat, not collapsing into the back of the chair seat. All right, good. So crown of head lines up with tailbone always. And from here, we're just going to take the feet and you're going to dig both heels into the mat or the floor wherever you're working. And then the toes point up towards the ceiling. So here we're going to externally rotate both feet. Come back to center, internally rotate both feet. So you're twisting all the way up to the pelvic girdle, and you're encouraging synovial fluid to come into the joints, all the way up the legs. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really nice. And then coming back to center, shaking everything out. Now, if you have hand weights and would like to add them, nothing heavier than 2 pounds if you've got them. Otherwise, it's just palm flat on top of the thigh. I'm putting 1 pound weights in each hand, pressing on top of each thigh. So again, sitting tall, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really nice. Coming back to center. We'll stay on the right side for now. It's inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice, very nice. Coming back to center. And then just pausing here in the middle. Breath in. Breath out. Breath in. Breath out. Very nice. Now we're going to go to the left. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. In, out, for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Very nice. And then bringing that to stillness. Let's bounce the legs. If you want to loosen up the legs a bit here. Let's just bounce the legs here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then slowly coming down to stillness. Very nice. Let's go ahead. I'm losing the weights for now. Let's go ahead and shift over onto the right side of your chair seat. So this outside butt cheek is half on the chair and half off the chair. It'll make it a little bit easier to extend your leg out to the side. If the straight leg is too much, see if you can bend the knee, but keep the pelvis square to the long end of the mat or your imaginary mat. And that bent knee might make it easier, all right? So I'm going to go for the straight leg version. The right arm is going to come up, and I'm going to stretch over to the left. I'm leaning on the chair seat with my left forearm here. Fingers stretched to the side wall for 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Top elbow bends. Inhale, bend. Exhale, straighten. Inhale, bend. Exhale, big stretch. We'll do 4, 3, 2. We'll stay over on 1 for just a bit, and that top arm is circling. 4, 3, 2, 1. Other way. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then coming back to center, arm resists gravity, and you can assist your leg coming back in. And then you're going to scoot over to the other side of the chair so that the outside butt cheek is half on and half off of the chair seat. This will help you get greater access to this extending leg. So it's either out to the left with a straight leg, or maybe it's bent, but you want to square the pelvis to the long end of your mat or your imaginary mat, all right? Again, I'll go with the straight leg. And now the left arm goes over. Oh, stretching away for 4, 3, 2, 1. Top elbow bends. Inhale, bend. Exhale, stretch it. Inhale, bend. Exhale, stretch it. Modify as you need for 4, 3, 2, 1, really nice. And then staying over, we're going to circle that arm, 4, 3, 2, 1, other way. 4, 3, 2, 1, really nice. And then coming to center slowly, assisting that leg in, very nice. Now both buttocks are back on the chair seat, and you're going to keep the legs in parallel, feet in parallel, but just a little bit wider, not too much. We're going to take the whole torso and we're going to sweep it forward, squeezing as you sweep, and then we're going to return the same way we came, squeezing back to the right. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Breathing as you go, squeezing the abs as you sweep. 4, 3, 2, 1. Really nice, coming back to center. Maybe the legs need to be slightly wider, you can decide. And here we're going to tilt the torso forward, maybe 20 degrees. Nice and easy. So from here, we're going to go forward with the chin, exhaling, and then you're going to round out back to neutral as you sit upright. So you're leading with the chin, exhaling forward, tucking the chin as you're rolling it up back to neutral. We're working on flexibility of the spine here. So focus your attention on the vertebra, all the spongy discs between the vertebra. We'll do 2 more just like this, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling, and then coming back up to neutral, dropping the shoulders away, allowing that crown of head to float up to sky. Now we're going to reverse what we just did, tucking the chin up here at the top. Inhale, tuck the chin, exhale, stretch forward, breaking the waves with the crown of your head. It's like you're diving. Inhale, forward, exhale, break the waves. So again, focusing attention on flexibility in the spine. We'll do 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Really nice. Very nice. And now the legs are still fairly wide. We're going to take the right forearm and let's press it against the inside of the right thigh, that soft part of the thigh. So the thigh is going to press into the forearm presses into the thigh. So there's an isometric press going on down below waist, and then up here you're going to extend your left arm, again giving a huge stretch to the left side of the body. The chest stays square to your screen or the front of your space for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back to center slowly. Nice. Give it a wiggle if that feels good. Shake out arms and legs, maybe bounce the legs, arms and hands. There we go. And then the left arm is going to press into the left thigh presses into the left forearm. Inhale, right arm goes straight up to sky. The chest is still square to the front of your space. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice, coming back to center. Nice and easy. Maybe adjusting the legs slightly narrower, not too much. And then from here, let's go ahead and add either weights or no weights, all right? No weights or no weights. I'm going to take the legs back in parallel. If you're not using weights, it's just a soft fist, all right? So now the palms face the midline, no weight or one weight in each hand. Inhale, shrug, and then drop. Shrug, and drop. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, nice. Now the hands, the palms face outward, like to the front of your space. Let's just start on the right. Inhale, exhale, biceps. Inhale, exhale. For 4, slow it down. 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then unwind the arm. Moving to the left arm. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Now you may want to alternate 4 and 4, or maybe you want to do the two together. From 8, slow it down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Nice. And now let's re-elevate. The forearms are now just parallel to the earth. And you're going to just do little pumps, pumping the palms up towards the ceiling for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep the forearms in parallel. Now they're going to go out. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Back to center. Unwind the arms. Let's take the legs just a tad wider, not too much. And again, the palms face the midline. No weight or one weight in each hand. We'll do some flies here. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale for 4, 3, 2, hold them up on 1. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale for 4, 3, open the chest. 2, 1, really nice. Holding the arms out to the side, little pumps, palms face the floor. 4, 3, 2, 1, nice. And then slowly draw the arms down as you resist gravity. Try not to let those arms flop. Tilting the torso forward one more time. Arms are straight, palms face the ceiling. You're going to raise those palms up to the sky without lowering the arms lower than your bums. You keep those arms elevated. And we're breathing here. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Slowly bring it down. Slowly, slowly. Very nice. Coming back upright. Nice and easy. You stay seated in your chairs, and I'm just going to demo with the wrists here. We'll do a little wrist work. So the forearm stays straight, and you're just going to bend the wrists. No weight or one weight in each hand. So it's exhale. It's a small move. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Maybe 4 more if you can. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Then you're going to flip the palms to the ceiling. Same idea. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Really nice. And then shake everything out. Shake out the hands. Whether you had weights or not, let's interlace the fingers together and just stretch the palms away. Nice. So from here, you're still in your chair, stretching it up and over, up and over for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. back to center. Now it's inhale, stretch the arms forward, curve the back just slightly. Exhale, inhale, spine goes straight. Exhale, press it forward. We'll do 4 of these. 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then slowly bring those arms down, shake everything out. Okay. Now clearing your space, you're going to stay in your chair. We're going to turn to the right. So this is going to be a version of Virabhadrasana 1, Warrior 1. You're going to take your left leg back. Maybe you want to leave it bent, the knee bent. Maybe you want to stretch it back farther. You can see what's available. Meanwhile, the pelvis is squared here to the right. So I've got my back arm here to support me. And again, the trick on this one is butt cheek half on and half off of the chair seat. It will make it easier. And then maybe you want to lift up one arm. And maybe you want to lift up the second arm. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying right here. This front arm goes back behind you. Now imagine your body is pressed between 2 panes of glass. This is a modified Warrior 2. So here we're going to just come forward with the ribs, back to center, back with the ribs. Like you're sliding forward and sliding back for 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Back to center. Arms can float down. Maybe you want to assist that leg forward. Maybe bounce the legs a bit here. Recalibrate. And then you're going to come through center and you're going to turn to the left. This front butt cheek is half on the chair seat, half off. Again, this back leg the front leg wants to go back. You might want to leave it bent. Maybe you want to extend it even longer. This side may feel totally different than the other side. No judgment, okay? So once you've got the legs organized, maybe you want to lift one arm up. Maybe you want to keep that back arm supporting you, but maybe you want to lift that other arm up. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Staying here, this front arm goes back behind you. You're staring down the middle finger of your left hand, and we're in Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. Forward and back, forward and back. We'll do 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. Back to center. Arms can float down. You can assist that front leg forward as needed, and then come back ahead and turn to face the front in your chair seat. Let's bounce the legs just a little bit here. You can do a little choreography if you want. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Nice. And then bringing the feet gradually to stillness. We'll do the sit to stand challenge. So stacking palms right over the heart center is one option. You might want to lock the thumbs together and spread the fingers wide. It's Eagle Mudra in yoga, and you could place that over the heart center. So going at your own pace, we're going to do standing to sitting. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then coming all the way up to standing, shake out the arms, shake out the legs. And we'll finish with breath of joy. This is fun. It's like you're directing your own orchestra, and you're coupling the movement with the breath. So it's inhale, arms forward, inhale, arms side, inhale, arms up, exhale, big sweep back behind you. So you're pumping that breath and you're swinging the arms, getting rid of all of the stress from the previous week or day or year, whatever. All right, here we go. Inhale, 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 sweep. 2 more. Very nice. And just shaking everything out, arms and legs, hands and feet. And returning to your chair now, to sit in your chair for a sitting, resting pose, Shavasana. So you can sit all the way back in your chair seat. Nice long spine. Crown of head floats to the sky. Maybe you want to pull flesh away from sits bones. You can decide what feels appropriate. Feet are flat on the earth, and maybe the hands can rest on the thighs. And then noticing deep relaxation forming in the soles of the feet, as though we're approaching our friend, the imaginary hot tub. And that warmth and that relaxation envelops the toes and the feet and the ankles. And then that softness moves into the lower legs, the calves and the shins. And from there, that warmth moves into the knee joints, permeating the complex structure of the knees. And then it moves into the thighs. Now, legs and feet are very heavy. From there, the warmth moves into the hips, the pelvis, the buttocks, the low back releases. And then from the belly, it moves into the waist and torso, enveloping the ribs, heart, lungs, liver, kidneys, pancreas, spleen, colon, large intestine, small intestine. All those vital organs marinating in a delicious relaxation. It moves into the chest and shoulders and rolls down both arms all the way to the fingertips, all the way to the fingertips. And from there, it moves into the throat and neck. And then it moves into the head, all the way to the crown of the head. The back of the neck releases. The face and the jaw let go. The tongue lies at the bottom of the mouth, teeth slightly apart. Eyes sink deep into the skull, as though a white circle of healing light permeates every cell in the body. Noticing back body and front body, right side and left side. Noticing the whole body together, the whole body together, the whole body together. And while we rest in Shavasana, I'm going to read a short quote from an article entitled, "In Times of Change, Wild Magic is Afoot," by Tama Kiebs. The alchemy of change had tempered my fear into absolute wonder, and I wrote, "I've become someone who trusts that, though I feel as fragile as a flaming leaf in autumn, I house the capacity of a tidal wave, a meteor shower, a white tornado of inspiration. In unsettling periods, courageous individuals begin to discover that there is more to life than what they think they're losing. They turn to new ways of seeing, being, and relating to their experience. Because I had to search for a sense of safety beyond dollar, beyond privilege, and beyond approval, I inherited the ultimate trust fund. I learned to trust in my own resources and the startling generosity of life. And you will too." If you'd like to stay here in Shavasana for as long as feels right, please feel free to stay right there. But if you're ready to meet the day, begin to bring some gentle movement to fingers and toes and arms and legs. And as you are ready, floating those palms up overhead, hands meet in prayer, dropping down the midline, stopping at the heart, samastiti, this beating heart. All yoga postures are designed to bring you into the present moment, where you are eternal, invincible, and whole. I salute the bright light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Jai Bhagwan. Let's see.